Hey guys, hope you're having an awesome day today. We're going to go over MATIC. We're going to update you guys on what we're doing there. We're going to go over Waves token, see if we're ready to do that long position yet for a potential 79% gain. It doesn't look like we're there just yet, but we're getting close. And a member of the community messaged me asking to look up Atom and see how it's going, so we'll go over Atom as well. And an update on Bitcoin. But before we do all that, first I'm going to show the profits for the community really quick. So we got Chris LC for 103% gain using 50x leverage longing Bitcoin. Awesome job, man. Thesis himself, 125% gain longing MATIC with 40x leverage. Awesome job, man. And he also began shorting it with a separate position for 37% gain with 30x leverage. Kaban Z, 5x leverage, 33% gain with MATIC, and Thesis himself again, taking more profits from his short, 57% gain. All right, guys, cool. Let's dive into the charts. I'll show you what I see on my side, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, so let's go to the DXY really quick. So we got price action combating this level still at 112.25 roughly. Looks like hopefully it fails so we can get some more bullish activity for Bitcoin. And we're still aiming for the technical target for around 111.25, which is in confluence with other levels of support. So just be aware of that. But yeah, not that much activity going on with the DXY right now. Nothing to report on really. It's going over to Bitcoin on the higher time frames. Let's go to the daily chart first. So we can see here where how we're tracking this downtrending level of resistance right here for this descending triangle. We haven't had the daily candle close yet outside of this formation. We had in the lower time frames it looks like a fake out, but in the higher time frames, the one that's the time frames that are more valid for longer term trading is still hasn't we haven't got a close yet out of this level. We got about 6 hours left before this daily candle closes, so it may pump within the day to go back up above here. And we've retested basically this double bottoms neckline right here. So we came back down. Now we're retesting this level right here to act as support. And confluence with that, we're also retesting this uptrending level support right here. Let's race this really quick. And let's jump over to the lower time frames. So we're going over to the 15-minute chart now. We can see that on the lower time frames, you can kind of dissect the price action to see what happened. Basically, we just created like a Bart Simpson formation here. We lost this uptrending level support, and we came back down and retesting this uptrending level support right here. And now we may potentially create a new formation to help us get back up out of this formation and actually get the daily candle to actually close outside of this macro formation, the descending triangle that we're talking about. But yeah, nothing really yet that we can use to bank on entering that large position. But I did add to my winning position rightfully around here when we got the bounce, so it can have more funds ready for the actual breakout. But yeah, once we actually have the breakout confirmed in the daily chart, then I'll be adding quite a bit to this position, and I'll be using this trend line right here to measure the momentum of the break to the upside. So we can actually give ourselves an estimate ETA of when we'll hit our technical target. And it does look like it's going to take about 2 weeks for us to actually hit the technical target that we're aiming for in the larger time frames. Like we got this level right here at 20,400, which could take up to 7 days. We got this level right here, which could take up to 2 weeks. And we got this level up here. If we actually reach up this high, it could take up to a month basically for us to reach that level. If we maintain the same momentum. However, volatility could change. We could spike up pretty quickly. We have all these valleys right here where price action basically skyrockets and moves relatively quickly. And then it just slows down whenever we get to these areas of interest. But so long as we maintain the same momentum, it'll take us about a month for us to hit this technical target up here. So just be aware of that. If depending on like what kind of trader you are, you might not like to be in a position for longer than 10 minutes. But yeah. That's what I'm preparing for. Going over to my primary chart really quick, and let's check out Adam, just because someone requested for me to take a look at it. We have an inverse Adam and Eve right here. We had the breakout. We had the little confirmation candle right here. And we started pumping up to this level of resistance. So we got all this resistance right here, and it came in. And this resistance is also basically where a large point of control is for the VPVR. So these usually act as brick walls as well when we're trying to get up to it. But when we retest it, where our chances increase as we constantly retest resistance for us to break through it. Because all those orders in the order books get filled, and there's less liquidity, there's less combat with resistance after they get filled. But yeah, basically it's coming back down to retest this, where right now we're hovering around this little area of interest. But there's no actual other formation that's helping us dictate whether or not we'll have this technical target invalidate. If you're looking for the technical target, you want to grab a trend line from the Adam point and drag it to the bottom of the Eve point, and then basically look for the neckline, which is right here, and then drag it to the center of the, just basically drag it to that trend line, and then you got yourself the technical target, which is up here around $13.44. But yeah, we might need a continuation formation to help us bring us to that level, because we're coming back down to retest this again. So yeah, that's Adam for you. Let's jump over to Waves. And yeah, Waves is still looking like it's actually kind of the same format. If you look over here, we have like the Adam and Eve kind of breakout, retest, and now it's actually starting to invalidate the technical target for this formation. But we actually met a macro level of resistance, so it makes a lot of sense for us to not be able to get any further than this. But right now, yeah, we got this downtrend level of resistance that we can follow. We can watch it. And we got this level of support that is starting to build. But yeah, take this support level with a grain of salt right now. We can't really assume this will be honored. If we get a bounce and then rejection here, then we can actually start following along with this trend line. Because typically I would want to see at least 3 touch points with candles before I want to consider it a formation that I can depend on for a trade position. Going over to the daily chart, and this is what I'm watching like a hawk right now. So I want to see daily candle close outside of this downtrend level of resistance to prepare for a long position with the technical target way up here around $6.44, which is like a 79% move to the upside. With all these levels of resistance along the way to look out for, if we start seeing any bearish patterns like a double top or head and shoulders around these resistance levels, then we can use that as an early warning to tell us to get out. But either way, each one of these levels comes with a high amount of reward. So I'm pretty excited for that. So we got Waves, went through Atom, we went through Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Energy Web Token, see how it's doing. It still looks like it's staying inside of this range right here. So that's it. Yeah, so we're, let's see here. So it's at the high point range. So if you see this little purple line right here is basically where the valley begins between each area of interest. And right now it's bouncing between it. If we end up falling below this level, then we can pretty much almost guarantee to see Energy Web Token come back down here around $3.66. Not financial advice. I still haven't found a platform to be able to short Ethereum, Energy Web Token just yet, but this is a very great asset to prepare for long positions when you're inside these ranges. Whenever we get to these levels of support, very, very easy to just put your stop loss right around this dotted line and then just enter along whenever we see it break any of these downtrend levels of resistance that it creates. So I'm going to predict that we might see price action similar to this over here, appear over here, and then we can just track the downtrend level of resistance to prepare for another long position to capture some profits. And then we just look for any resistance that might happen at this white line here, this purple line, and at the top level over here, so we can prepare for exiting that long. But yeah, that's everything for Energy Web Token as well. Yeah, but we're just basically waiting. I just got to sit on my hands and wait for something for Energy Web Token, because it's going to take a little time for it to actually, for people to take profits from this range and to bring it back down to this level right here. But if we start seeing some bullish formations around here and it breaks downtrending level resistance at this white line, it's still a valid long entry, because sometimes it will create a higher level range above another one, so this could act as strong support. Because whenever you see these ranges being built, what's technically happening is it's building really strong levels of support. Like if we saw like energy web token, for example, come down here, it would swoop through this valley really, really quickly, like it did right here, right? And then this would act as really strong level support, and it would actually build a floor for energy web token, similar to how it respected it over here. So we see price action basically bounce along it for a little while. But yeah, that's energy web token. Right now, we're just sitting on our hands waiting unless we find a platform where they can short it on. Yeah, guys, I think that's everything. Oh, we got to go into MATIC really quick. Let's jump into MATIC. So MATIC is looking great. So if anyone were able to enter off this long position, then awesome job. I personally have not been able to enter along off this because I looked away for 5 minutes. Literally, the one 5-minute candle that I needed to pay attention to, I wasn't able to, and it just got too far away from me. But so now what I'm doing is I'm tracking this formation right here, and this formation is what I'm going to use to dictate whether or not I enter a long position. So if it breaks to the upside, then that will be my entry for this longer term trade. I'm just using this as the conduit for the entry for the longer term trade. Which this is actually typically a bullish formation, and it's getting closer to a decently strong level of interest. So we might see the breakout relatively soon. Once we get the breakout, then I'll be entering a long position off that. But yeah, the technical target goes as far as 99 cents for the longer term trade. So I'll be using this short term formation to dictate whether I enter it, and then just ride as much as I possibly can. And I'll let you guys know, of course, in the community when I enter. Some people already entered, as you can see in the profit flexing, that they've already been able to enter a little bit earlier off of this formation right here that we were tracking. This little dude right here, and I'll let you know actually where the candle is that I missed out on. It was, yeah, so like there was like little micro confirmation right here, and then I was gonna get ready to enter off of this candle right here, and then throughout this 5 minutes this happened, and then we came back down and actually got a larger confirmation bounce, and I actually missed out on that too because I was busy doing bookkeeping. But yeah, basically, lesson learned from this: set my alarm. I didn't set my alarm for it, so I just gotta make sure I have my alarm set, and I'll be doing that right now while I'm here with you guys. I'm just gonna set an alarm for here. This little dotted line right here is gonna act as my alarm, and because sometimes price action will touch it and it'll just be a false alarm, so you don't want to waste any of your time. So just have it a little bit past the actual thing, so you can actually see a breakout, and just set an alarm, and whenever it crosses, create, done. All right, cool. That's everything I got for you guys. If you have any questions about everything I just stated, you can reach out to me in the Discord, and have yourself an amazing day. And remember, you can sign up to learn how I trade like I do using the courses down below. We got plans that start with $47 a month, so you can actually get access to all the signals, a bunch of courses, so you can get a good idea of what's going on and all that fun stuff. All right, guys, have a great day.